Welcome back to another video in our second unit on EDA. In this video, we're going to start talking about how we work with missing values in pandas. So as in the previous videos, we're going to be working with the taxis dataset still. And as a reminder, I have the first three rows displayed here. So as a reminder, this contains information like the pickup and drop-off dates, the number of passengers, the fare, all of these kinds of things. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use df.info and kind of decide or see what rows have missing values. So let's do df.info. And notice here, so we have 6,433 rows. So this represents the number of rides, each data point. And what we can do then is for each column, we can look at the number of non-null values. So we can see pickup, these all have, this has the full number of data points. So what we can do is we can see, okay, well, where is it not equal to 6433? Well, payment, that's one of those. Pickup zone, drop-off zone, pickup borough, and also drop-off borough. So it looks like these rows, let's see, 9 through 13, are the ones where we have null values. So let's maybe focus on, let's say, payment. So it's saying here there's 6389 non-null values. So one thing I could do is say, well, 6433 minus 6389. And I can see there's 44 missing payments. So, or kind of, I'm missing the data for 44 points in this payment column. So I'll say here, missing payment data. And one thing that we could do, so instead of having to kind of subtract like this, well, I could say df of, let's take payment, and then I can use .isNA, and what this is going to do is it's going to return true everywhere that it is NA, false everywhere where it's not, so it's going to return true at the missing values. So I can leave this as a comment. And then what I could do just to quickly count is I could say, just take the sum, right? So I could say df of payment is NA dot sum. And we can see here, this is the same number that we computed before. So we got 44. What if I wanted to get all of kind of the sub data frame where the payment is missing? Well, one thing I could do, and I guess this is part of the other question, so let's maybe try it here instead. So it's saying define df underscore sub to be the sub data frame containing all the rows for which the pickup zone entry is missing. Use the isNA method. So what I could do is I could say, let's take df of pickup zone, and I can say .isNA. And remember, this is going to return this Boolean series where it's going to put true everywhere that the value is missing, false otherwise. And then I could just say, well, df of this series, and then I can call this sub df. And let's take a look at it. So remember, all of the values in the pickup zone entry should be missing here. So let's see. So we can see pickup zone, this is saying NaN, that stands for not a number. So great. More common is we want to actually keep all of the non-missing rows. So there's a really easy way to do that. And I could say df.dropNA. And what this does is it's just going to drop all of the, it's going to drop rows that have missing values. So notice here, I haven't actually set df to be df minus these null values. So right now it's just displaying a data frame where the values are dropped, but it's not actually changing df itself. So just something to keep in mind. If I wanted to change df, I'd say df equals df.dropNA, for instance. Another way we could do this, so like I said, drop NA, that's the easiest way, but there are other ways, and I'm just going to show you as a reminder of kind of different things that are available. So I could say df dot, let's do isNA, and I want to kind of know if any row has a missing value. So I could say does any row have a missing value? And to specify that, I'm going to be going kind of, think about, I'm collapsing horizontally, right? I'm looking across the row. So this is going to be axis equals 1. So what this does is this is going to return this Boolean series for me again, where it's going to have false if the row doesn't contain any null values, true otherwise. So then what I could do is I could say df of df dot is na dot any axis equals 1. And what this is doing, it's returning df where all of the rows have at least one missing value. So we can see here in this first or like index 0 row, the payment's missing. There's a missing value in picked up zone for the second one. So if we look through, every row should have at least one missing value. So more typically, we want to actually keep, we want to discard the missing rows. So how could we do that? Well, it's super easy. All we have to do is just negate this condition here. So I'll copy paste this. And if I want to keep all of the non-null rows, so I want to keep the rows where all of the entries are not NA. So I'm just going to say not. And remember, tilde is how we negate in pandas. And if we did this correctly, none of the rows should have any missing values. So here it's saying 6341. Again, let's try df.drop.na. Let's take the shape and make sure that we get 6341 rows. So, yep, the built-in method and the one that we wrote work exactly the same. So what was the point of this? Well, I wanted just to remind you of the any method and also the axis equals 1 argument, so the axis keyword argument. In the next video, we'll talk a little bit more about missing values. We'll go into a little bit more detail. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.